Chamatkar Sandhu here in Stockholm, Sweden for KammakazeTV, sitting inside the Tele2 Arena, sitting alongside Henri Hooft, the head striking coach at the Blackzillian training camp. Henri, first of all, welcome to Stockholm. And what have you made so far of this arena that's going to be completely packed, the UFC hopes, in a few months' time?
Well, first of all, I really like Stockholm. I was here before with Jon Jones and Henri. I think it was last year in the other stadium, in the Globe. That was already amazing, but this is like, I mean, I'm from the Netherlands, so I like soccer stadiums, and this is just amazing. I mean, makes us so motivated. I just talked to AJ in the dressing room. I speak. This was good that we came here just to get to see where we're going to fight, and it's going to be crazy. It's nice, beautiful.
All the media were really shocked at the echo, the acoustics of this arena. When you guys were hitting the pads earlier on in the open workout, it was like gunshots and cannons going off in the background.
Yes, that's always with AJ. No, no, that is, and that evening, can you imagine the noise with all the spectators around and making that noise? It would be crazy. You know, it's just amazing, beautiful.
What's it been like to work with Anthony Johnson? You know, I was speaking to him earlier on, and you know, he's been on this amazing run. You know, the best run of his career. His last 8 fights in the last 3 years. You know, winning, it seems to become second nature to him now. What's been the main difference or the change in him that you've noticed in the last few years?
Well, yeah, he grow up. Like at that time that I came to the Blackzillian 3.5 years ago. He was at a different weight. I think the totally wrong weight, because when I saw him fight the first time I was in his corner was when he fought Charlie Brenneman, who was 170, and him. I remember when I was at the cage for the first time and I saw Brenneman in the cage and I saw my father, Anthony, and I was looking and I thought to myself, this is not fair, man. This is not a real fight. And that happened. The biggest thing is that Anthony is grown up in the sense of making this as fun and a hobby to some work now. He knows that it's work. It can give him a better life, make steps in the future, and I think that it was the big thing, the focus. And then everybody talk about the weight, but that's all has to do with discipline and stuff. I think I helped him out because I went from the show that he lost to Vitor Belfort. Through all the small shows that we went through, the Titans, the shows that we were only together, and he couldn't make weight and there was always problems, and I kind of always stood by him because I know what kind of talent he is. And also I'm a very disciplined guy. I come from Kyokushinkai karate. I have a lot of kickboxing fights. I come from the Netherlands. We're very simple people. I kind of like the Swedish people, like working people mentality, like yeah, you're just a fighter, you're nothing special, you know, you're not built airplanes, you don't go to Mars. You just fight. That mentality clicks good with him, and then his mindset changed, and we went on the small shows. It went all well, and he was concentrated more, taking care of his food, taking the sport serious, and not anymore just as fun. Because Anthony is a guy who is not like a lot of other guys. He's relaxed, he's quiet, he likes to train, and then after training he's always gone. He's not like a guy who sits in hours talking with everybody, who's happy to be on television or make a show. He now likes fighting, and that's very important, and very dangerous for other people, you know. He's very focused and loves what he's doing, and again, how can you not love it if you fight in stadiums like this? I fought myself for 81,000 people. I got knocked out though, liver kick in the K1 in Japan. Right. 81,000 people. I still remember when the lights went on, and me and my opponent were looking around like there was a Zeppelin going through the Tokyo Dome. I said to Anthony, I speak, this is going to be like amazing. When you are there, you look around you and you see that 33,000 people buy a ticket for you. If you're not motivated by that, then you have a problem, you know? You have to do some other job, because you're going to get hurt.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, let's talk about Gustafsson. I mean, what did you make of him as an opponent for Anthony, as Anthony's coach?
He's been a very dangerous opponent. I mean, he comes from a very good gym with good coaches. You can see that. He's a very talented athlete. You can see that. And again, we're Europeans. I'm from the Netherlands. We know history. We know Vikings. We know people who live on this part of Europe. Are very mentally strong people. They don't really care about how big, how strong you are. That mentality I see in him when he fights. Again, his reach is for him an advantage. I don't think it's an advantage against Anthony, because Anthony's reach is longer. He's maybe not tall, and it's up to up to the day when they fight, the preparation is all going to be good. Again, I do this already 29 years. I see a lot of stuff, but I see a very dangerous opponent. I think he's more dangerous than Jon Jones at this moment, because I see Jon Jones as the big champion, a guy who's already a long time on top. And these two young guys, especially Alex is very young still. I think these two young guys have like the will to go where Jon has already been for a long time. So I think he's more dangerous. And I think the guy who wins this fight, hopefully it's Anthony, is going to be the next champion. I really think that, because if you fight for this crowd, 30,000 people, amazing fight, crazy, and you come winning out of this fight, you're going to be ready for a title fight in America for 10,000 people, you know? I mean, and the last time it was a very close fight. Like Anthony said, we all thought that he won the fight. Again, I like Jon. He's a nice guy and a good guy, good fighter, very good fighter. But I think he will be a future champion, you know? But I just think that Anthony at this moment has the skill set to make a good fight. And in a good fight, everything can happen. One punch. Not only from Anthony, there's surely one punch, but Gustafsson had a lot of tools too. So it's going to be just an amazing fight for a guy like me who's already 30 years doing this. And not look so old yet, but I do this 30 years old. This is just amazing. I mean, we got great fights going with Vitor coming up, Rashad already in big fights. I trained Tyrone Spong, who's like a 9-time world champion. So I've seen a lot of fights. I have a lot of fights myself, but I still get the good feeling. I mean, we fly over here for 3 days. I have a gym with 40 people, 15 people in the UFC I train. So we are very busy to come here. This takes a lot out of it. But now I see this, it's all worth it. I go back tomorrow on the plane, I will be thinking about this stadium and thinking about a couple of months later what we're going to do here. You know, it's going to be crazy. Amazing.
Give us a prediction. You obviously think that Anthony Johnson's going to win. How does he beat Gustafsson?
Well, I have a lot of interviews on television in America, and I'm not a guy who says my fight is going to win, because we cannot look in the future, and I don't believe in that stuff. Because, but I will say that it's going to be really, if both of the guys show up, it's going to be a really entertaining fight. And Anthony got the power maybe over Alex, and Alex got the movement and just the way he is. So it's all there for a good fight, but. Again, you can never predict. It's just going to be a very hard fight, and people just need to watch a fight like this. But these two guys, you need to see this. You know, it's going to be good, and we're just going to come here well prepared. And then if he's well prepared, we're going to get a very hard fight, and whoever wins wins. If both people show up, that's the most important thing for the fans. You know, at the end of the day, everybody will talk about the fight, and we want to win. They want to win. We're going to see it.
Perfect way to end the interview.
Thank you.
Best of luck in camp, and we'll see you on January 24th.
For sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.